friends, Kim Skinner here from Stamping Imperfection. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to the Kendra's Card Challenge number 7 video hop and giveaway. The 15 people participating in today's YouTube hop will be creating a card using one of the sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge number 7, which starts July 1st and goes through September 30th. And I am going to be using card sketch number 14. There is a giveaway prize for this video hop, so make sure you comment at each stop and subscribe to each stop all along the way. So at the top of the description box below this video, you'll see a link to the next person in the lineup. I hope you take the time to actually watch all of them because we will all be doing a different card sketch. So here are the card sketches at the end. This is the one I'm doing. So there are 15 people participating and each person is going to use a different one of the sketches to create their card for you today. And just show you how we might use that sketch with pattern paper. And you can also use the hashtag #KCC7 giveaway hop to find all the videos in this hop. And you can see all the details in the description box below on how to enter and all the rules and everything. And let me tell you, she has prizes that she gives away for people participating in the challenge, and she has prizes that she's giving away today, and they are from amazing companies. One of the companies that is participating, that is actually one of her sponsors for the challenge, is Not Too Shabby. And Not Too Shabby has a subscription kit which I've been subscribing to for the last few months, and each time I get 2 packages of pattern paper. There are 24 double-sided papers in these pattern paper stacks. So if I don't use these build up. So I love Kendra's challenges for actually creating card sets that match that I can use to give away. And also for actually using the cards, the papers as I get them so that they don't build up. 48 sheets of pattern paper is a lot to get every month in a card kit. So I've selected one piece I'm going to use today for the card sketch. And just so you know, I've used probably more than half of the ephemera. You always get a package of ephemera pieces that coordinate with the 2 paper packs. And I got 3 different card or stamp sets today. And you can see they're so cute. They're just so cute. They're always cute. I'm going to use the gnome one because I love this little gnome. I think she's adorable. So I've got to stamp her and color her in. But I want to show you how I'm going to use the card sketch today. Now, I'm not going to go through the first part. This is free, first of all. If you go to kendrascardchallenge.com, I think it is, you will find a Google document which you can download. I think she's also got a PDF. The first 3 pages are cutting diagrams for 6 pieces of pattern paper. So you would select 6 pieces of pattern paper, 6 different ones, and then cut them according to these diagrams. So the diagram that I used today to cut my paper, or I will use, is this green one here, because this is the one see this circle with the 14? Right, there's another one. That's where the pieces from for card sketch 14 come from. So I'll be using that to cut my paper. Then, and I'm not going to show the cutting of the paper and how I go about doing the whole challenge when I do the whole challenge, because Kendra is doing that. She's got a whole video on her website where you can go print these. And you'll see then she's got 15 different card sketches, all color coordinated. Everything's labeled with the sizes. Everything's color coordinated to match. Like if you see orange here, you're taking a piece from the paper that is color-coded orange. And all the measurements are beautifully marked on here. They're amazing. And then here's mine. So I'm going to use this cutting diagram and I'm going to use this card sketch right here. Now, for me, my papers just come from one particular sheet. I like to use double-sided papers because then I can have two sides that I can choose from when I'm making this card. The other thing I really like to do is to make sure I'm not using papers that are very directional. Like, I don't care if my flies are upside down or right side up, but some patterns are directional, which means it makes it hard to flip them over. And sometimes, like, you cut a piece and then you use the piece of paper sideways and then your pattern is going sideways. So try to select pieces of paper where it doesn't matter what direction you flip it. If you flip it sideways or vertically or the other way, it doesn't matter what direction the pattern goes. So that's one thing I do try to be aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper, and then I'm going to stamp my gal and the sentiment that I pick, and then I'm going to show you how I put this together. So I've gone ahead and prepared all my materials. I used that green cutting pattern to cut out my paper, and you can see I have the extra bits that I don't need for my card. Those go for other cards in the 1 through 15 cards there. So I pulled out the two pieces from the e-paper that I need. That I have the 4 by 5 1/4 piece, and I have one that's 1/4 by 4 inches. I have my card base cut at 4 1/4 by 11. I scored and folded at 5 1/2. And remember that also on these diagrams, the gray bits and the white bits represent white cardstock or colored cardstock that you can use that coordinates with your paper. So I went ahead and cut out some colored cardstock for the dark and light gray pieces there, and realize that you can flip your sketch around too. Don't forget you can do that. You can flip it in any direction you want. And here are all my bits. So you can see there's a circular piece that says any shape. That's where I'm going to put my the little image that I colored with my Copics and fussy cut out. Then she's got those 3 circular bits, and I'm going to use gems there. You could take some punches if you wanted to, and punch out some hearts or stars or whatever and put there. I'm going to use these pink fresh gems, and you can see I have a whole bunch of different colors. So this green cardstock is what I cut. I cut a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I cut the 2 little mats. One she has is 4 2 inches, and one is 4 1 3/4. So I cut those, and I cut everything out of the same color of cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and change one of those little mats though, just by adding ink to it, because I don't have a ton of colored cardstock in my stash, so I use a lot of ink to change the colors when I want to. So I'm putting my card together now, and I'm adding that green mat that I cut out, and it goes along with that dark gray mat on the card sketch there. And here you can see I opened up my card base so I can butt that paper up against the fold. Now I'm using what looks like green on that card sketch. That is the pattern paper that I'm using, and I'm choosing to add the white and black side of the pattern paper to that. I actually really like having a white background on the pattern paper. It just kind of gives your eyes a place to rest, so I like that a lot. Now I'm going to add the larger of the 2 green mats that I did here. This is 4 by 2 inches, and all of the measurements are so beautifully added to these card sketches. They're so easy to use. So I don't want to just put green on green, and I didn't want to use white on top of green. So I experimented with some colors and settled on a blue. I think this is Blueprint Sketch Distress Oxide. I'm just going to use a blender brush and add blue to the top of that green cardstock. So I went ahead and added that with some tape runner to the card, and it looks so much nicer blue, and it just is so easy to change the color of your colored cardstock. I actually have run out of blue, so I have to get some more blue cardstock. Here I've added that little strip of the pattern paper that was part of this card sketch. I'm going to go ahead and now add my image where she's got that gray circle that says any shape or image here. So I've got my little gnome, and I'm adding 2 little bees that I also stamped and colored from that Not Too Shabby card kit. Here's a sentiment from that same stamp set. And now I'm just going to add those 3 little dot elements she's got on the side. I'm using some of those really pretty yellow crown jewel gems or yellow gems from Pink Fresh Studio, and I am going to add 3 of those green ones too, because I just love how bright and fun that green is. It's just such a bright color of green. So I have this We Are Memory Keepers. You can see I already put 3 little dots of glue, and I'm using this We Are Memory Keepers jewel pick, which I quite like actually. If you add it to put the glue down and add the gem, it comes right off that jewel pick. So I added 3 little green ones there around the gnome. And if you find it too busy to put a colored image on top of pattern paper, like I used the white and black, so I didn't feel like it was too busy, but you could actually cut out a circle or a square. You could die cut or punch out a circle or square out of white cardstock or vellum, or even maybe more of the green, or even some metallic silver or gold. And you don't have to make the circle or square or whatever shape you choose to use, you don't have to make it bigger than your image. You can actually make it smaller and just pop your image up on that, and it will help set that image apart from that pattern paper background. So we would like to invite you to join in on the card challenge. This is Kendra's Card Challenge 7. So if you use that hashtag, Kendra's Card Challenge 7, or hashtag KCC7, you can participate in the challenge by going to her website and downloading these cutting diagrams and sketches and creating the 15 cards, put them up on social media with that hashtag, and she's got a ton of prizes, friends, from amazing companies. Not Too Shabby is one of the companies that's sponsoring her challenge. Now remember that this YouTube Hop also has a giveaway, and you can participate in that by leaving a comment and subscribing to all the YouTube channels. So I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and give me a thumbs up. Have a wonderful day, friends, and enjoy the YouTube Hop.